And that was the wonderful sound of Matthias Rue's Second Touch. Welcome to the Smooth Jazz Lounge. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very good. Thank you.
Wonderful. Can we get a bit more volume on your microphone?
Absolutely. Is this better?
That is much better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome. We have to give you one of these first.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
So that track right there, what album is that from?
That's from my first album called My Story.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first album I did as an independent artist.
And when was that?
Oh, I think that must have been 2016, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful track.
Oh,
People are
thank you.
already commenting about it, saying how smooth it was.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for those who do not know who Matthias Ruse is, I have to first say that he is from Sweden.
Yes.
I did not realize that until I spoke to him the other day. I've seen so many videos, but I just assumed you was in the States. So forgive me for assuming that. But I have to say I do love your accent.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So when did you first start playing the keys?
Ooh, I started play when I was about 6, 7 years old.
Very young. What made you want to play the keys?
Well, my dad bought me a piano, and he said maybe you should try to play on a piano.
Oh,
So he also contacted a private teacher for me. So I started to take a lesson
mm-hmm.
for a private teacher, and did so for a couple of years.
Right. And did you love the piano straight away, or did it take time?
No, I didn't. I struggled a lot. I struggled a lot at the beginning, and
Uh-huh.
my parents they just said, "You need to keep on practice. Just keep on practice."
Yeah. And are your parents musical?
Yeah, they are. My father plays some guitars, and my mother, yeah, she can sing, but
Oh,
they don't do it in public.
oh, do they
But
know?
no, but they know how to play and sing. Yes.
Right. But did you ever ask them why they wanted you to play the piano?
No, I haven't actually.
No.
I need to do that. Why did you? Why should I? Why did they choose piano?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I need to
glad
ask them.
they did. I
Yeah,
really am glad
yeah.
that
Me
they
too.
did.
Me too.
Yeah. So you started at such a young age, at the age of 6,
Hmm.
and then you went on to teach at a
Yeah,
very young age as well.
yeah. I did. So I had this private teacher until I was about 16, I think,
Hmm.
and then after that I got my own piano students that I started to teach.
From the age of 16.
Yeah, I did.
And
So
why did you decide to do that?
yeah, I wanted to share my music and my talent and skills to other people as well. So I got the opportunity to teach, so I did.
Yeah. And what age was you teaching?
Same age as when I started,
Uh-huh.
7 years, 7, 8 years old. They children.
Right.
Yeah,
And did they enjoy it?
I hope so. I hope so.
Have any of them come famous as a result of your teaching?
No, I don't think so.
Not that you know of,
No, not that,
maybe.
not that I know. I don't
Yeah.
know if that is good or bad.
And are you still teaching now?
No, I don't.
No, you're just kind
No.
of concentrating
Yeah.
on your music.
Yes.
Now tell us, how many albums do you have?
I have 3 solo albums out.
Mhm. 3 solo albums. What's the
Yeah.
titles of those albums?
The first one is My Story, and the second one is Moving Up, and the third one is It Goes On and On.
Right. And you were signed to Unam's label.
Yes.
And
Uh,
which album was that one?
the first album I was signed with Unam was Moving Up.
That's the one that I had because that's the
Hmm.
reason why I know of you. Is because I am on Unam's mailing list. So he
Yeah.
sends out music to the DJs.
Yeah.
And that's when I heard about you, which
Okay.
I'm really happy about because your music is absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And being in Sweden,
Yeah.
is there a lot of smooth jazz out there?
No, no, unfortunately not. It isn't. We only have pop music and rock music. We don't have any radio channels that play this kind of music. We need to tune into the to internet radios to get this kind of music here in Sweden.
Right. Well, how did you get into it?
Well, actually, it was first time I heard this kind of music was when I was quite young. It was my private teacher. He told me you need to join this band. He had a band with some guys, and he said you need to follow me on this band practice and try to play with us. Okay, I said, well, I can join you. I was very young. I think I was 12 or 13 years old. So he brought me there and introduced me and said, "Well, this is Matthias, and he's gonna play with us tonight. And the first song he's gonna play is a song from Herbie Hancock."
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I okay, I hadn't heard that song before, but he gave me some chords so I could
Mhm.
play, and that's how I was introduced to these band members, and they introduced me to Al Jarreau, David Sanborn, Mesa Forte, Quincy Jones.
Mhm.
So that's when I started to listen to this
Right.
wonderful music.
So you didn't hear it on the radio.
No, I didn't.
So when your teacher told you about it, how did you hear the music? Did you have to go and buy their CDs?
Yeah, yeah, I had to. I had to.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that today.
No, not
Today.
anymore.
No, not anymore.
Just
But
on YouTube, and it's
yeah,
there
yeah,
right before you.
yeah.
Which is, I just find it amazing, how things have evolved over the
Yes,
years.
yeah.
And it is much easier to get to music. And is there any other artists that you're really enjoying at the moment?
Uh, well, I listen a lot to Al Jarreau. Still listen to Al Jarreau a lot.
Hmm.
And also, I love Brian Culbertson.
Yeah.
He's a favorite on the piano. Actually,
Mhm.
it was actually when I heard his first album. I don't. Well, maybe it's not his first, but I heard his. The first time I heard him was from live from his studio. He did, and
Mm.
that's when I was okay. I need to try this. I want to do. I want to do this.
Yeah, I'm the same. You see my keyboard in the background here.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm the same. I want to play like Brian Culbertson
yeah,
one day, but I think
yeah.
it might be a bit late in the day to be trying to learn to play like him.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Yeah,
I say it to everybody,
yeah,
all the keyboard players and pianists that I have on my show. Can I have some lessons? Will you teach me how to
yeah,
play?
yeah, yeah.
I
I'll do
always
that. I'll
want
do
some
that.
advice on what to do and how to start because I am terrible. I've had this only since February this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've probably played it about 15 times.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, you need to play a bit more often than that.
I think I need to. And as we talk about playing, shall we get a track from you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have to say though that Matthias was the sound check that we had the other day. He nailed it in 3 seconds. The sound quality was just superb. So I do hope you're going to be sounding just as brilliant
Yeah,
today.
I think so. I'm going to see if I can change my camera view here.
Uh-huh.
Just a sec. Just a sec.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yes,
Love that.
it worked. So I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't see you because you're here. So,
Okay.
all
So
right.
what song are you going to do for us first?
The first song I'm gonna do is called "It Goes On and On," and this is actually a tune where Yuna was featured as guitarist on this one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that
Wonderful.
today for you.
Great.
All right.
Go for it.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Right. Thank you.
We
Thank you.
love that. You probably didn't see all the comments in the chat, but we have so many great comments from you saying very nice music, great vibe, love it. Very
Thank you.
much a jazz musician, Alpha Moore says. And we have a question from David Schnashfold. He says, have you thought about doing a piano duet with Jonathan Fritzen?
Well, I haven't. I have only spoken to him through Facebook a couple of times, but I haven't met him, and we haven't talked about doing a duet. Maybe we should do that.
Maybe. It's always worth it, isn't it? Just asking that question. Who knows? But who would you love to collaborate with?
Well, I think I would love to collaborate with a very good, talented sax player called Eric Darius. That would be amazing to have him on the song.
Mm-hmm. He is a very energetic artist, isn't he?
Yes, he is really. So that would be a dream to have him on the song.
And the thing is, your music is quite up tempo as well, isn't it? Quite funky.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And as we talk about that, you have another band, Soweco.
Yes.
Like a soul funk band.
It is.
It's brilliant. I've been listening to their music quite a lot since we spoke the other day.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. Who is the lead singer in that band?
Oh, his name is Fredrik, and he's from Sweden as well.
Really? He does not sound Swedish when he sings.
No. Most of the people who hear us ask where he's from.
Yeah.
He's an ordinary Swedish white guy.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd never think that. No. I'm going to play one of the songs a bit later on so these guys can hear. But he's absolutely incredible, really soulful.
Yeah,
really soulful voice.
Yeah, he's really good.
So how long have you guys been together?
We've been playing for about 10 years together.
Uh-huh. And have you traveled the world with them?
No, we've been to UK, to England once.
Yeah.
So that's the farthest we have been.
Right. You need to travel the world.
Yeah.
With them, and you as a solo artist too.
Yeah.
But do you find it difficult being in two bands like that, having your solo artist thing and then also the live band, the full band?
Well, at first I was a bit like I didn't know if I should do this, but it has worked well, and
Mm.
also it is so when I do my solo thing, I use the same musicians as in the band. So so
Okay.
so, so we play together, and they play together with me when I do my solo thing, and then
Mm.
when we do Soweco, we just add Fredrik on the lead song.
Right. And as you know, smooth jazz is so big in the States. Have you been to the States
Yeah, I have.
before?
I have.
You have. Where have you performed?
No, I haven't performed there, but
Oh,
I've been there.
okay.
Yeah. So Junam and I was supposed to do a gig together in Las Vegas,
Mm.
but something happens and we didn't do that. So we just had a good time in Las Vegas instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we did have fun.
Yeah. And but would you move to the States in order to progress your smooth jazz career, or are you quite happy to stay in Sweden?
Well, I would love to move to the States, but I think it's a bit difficult right now. I have a family, I have three girls, and
Oh.
maybe they need to move out first.
So how are you getting your music heard by the world?
Uh, well, I got a lot of help from UNAM and
Mm.
Skytown Records in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So they helped me a lot there and
Hmm.
helped me to get my music out on all the platforms, digital platforms, and also on CDs.
Yes. And is your music being played out in the States on the radio?
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. It
That
is.
must be
Yes,
quite exciting knowing that your music's being heard out there.
it is. The first time I heard it, I was like, "Wow, this
Yeah.
is this is so cool."
And have you done many interviews with other presenters?
Yeah, I've done a couple of interviews
Uh-huh.
in the States as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because this is what you need to do nowadays, isn't it? You have to be seen and you have to be heard
yeah.
in order for people, because it's not, because we don't have like a proper smooth jazz station over here in the UK. You have to kind of make
Mhm.
yourself known other ways.
Yeah.
So do you do music videos?
Uh, No, not so much. I've done some maybe you've seen them on YouTube. This
Yeah.
I did some Friday sessions
Uh-huh.
that I was posting. So only that.
I saw a great one actually with you playing keys. You was outside and you had a saxophonist
Oh
there with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Where was
yes.
that filmed?
It's on my terrace
No
here at
way.
my house. Yeah.
This is why I thought you lived in the States.
Okay.
When
Is
I
it?
saw that, it was
Okay.
just really, the sunshine was beaming down
Yeah.
and it just looked like America.
Yeah. So that was only one of those summer days that we have in Sweden.
A bit like here in the UK.
Yeah.
But we are being spoiled by some wonderful weather at the moment.
Yeah, same here,
Yeah,
same here.
it's been absolutely glorious,
Hmm.
really, really hot and nice. So, shall we get another track by you?
Yeah.
What's this next track going to be?
The next track is called Just Between Us.
Uh-huh.
And this is a duet I did with Alan Trotman
Oh,
on
yeah.
saxophone. So, but unfortunately, he's not on this one now.
Yeah.
So you have to listen to the original to hear him play.
That'll be wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Let's-
sorry. The first track you played, what was it called?
It goes on and on.
It Goes On and On. Somebody was asking in the chat because they loved it.
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Let's see if I can change the camera as well. Again here. Yes. This is amazing, huh?
This is great.
All right, here we go.
You're getting a
Thank
lot of
you.
love for
Thank
that one.
you.
My brother Delroy out there in Tampa, in Florida, he just joined us and he's loving everything that he's heard so far.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and my sister as well over here in the UK.
Yeah.
And Senu Han, he says, he asked the question actually, and
Okay.
he would like to know. Right, let me just find his question. Okay. Is there a saxophonist you would like to collaborate with, apart from Eric Darius, who you already said? And do you play any other instrument?
Well, another saxophone player. I don't know actually. I did a very good collaboration with Michael Lington here.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
and he's also a very good saxophone player, and I would love to work with him again.
Mm-hmm.
He's fabulous. And
Yeah.
yes, I do play some bass and I play some drums, guitar. I can do some, yeah, play some.
Do you sing
But
as well?
yeah,
You
I do.
sing?
Yeah.
Oh,
So when we play with Soweco, I do some background singing
uh-huh.
there.
And who is the female girl and female artist in Soweco?
Oh, it's Petra, a girl that I have worked with a very long time, and she's also a background singer. And on, I think on one or two tracks, she's do the lead sing.
Yeah, she's got a wonderful voice as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Flavia Thomas out there in Canada, she said that song does sound like Brian Culbertson's song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the way you play, it's just got such a beautiful sound. It's just nice and chilled and relaxed. And do you feel that your personality is very much like how you play music?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
so.
You do seem quite a relaxed guy.
Yeah, I am. Most of my family and my wife says I'm very relaxed.
Yeah.
uh,
And it's nice because I do find, the piano, the sound is very relaxing and
oh,
very melodic and just
mhm.
chilled. And I guess when you're playing, you cannot help but be like that, be like your instrument.
Yeah. Uh, often when I like if I have headache, that's often go to the piano and sit and play,
Yeah.
and normally you just take some medicine or something. But
Yeah.
I go to the piano and sit and play, and that
Uh-huh.
feels me relaxed and comfortable, and I can the headache will disappear.
Oh, I like that. It's better than taking pills.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Most definitely. So we have only a few minutes left with you, but
Hmm.
I'd like to ask you this. What have you found you've had to learn more in during this lockdown? Have you had to learn new skills during lockdown?
Yes, I have tried to work a lot with to do filming and this to to learn the movie and
Uh-huh.
work with cameras. So I've
Mm-hmm.
done a couple of live streams during this pandemic.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to yeah to edit movies. So but that has been very great fun to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. I can imagine. I think, these new skills that we're having to learn, it's going to help us in the future.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I think this last year or so,
Hmm.
it has been beneficial to some, not so much to everybody,
No.
but you have to kind of make the most of this situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Really.
where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, hopefully another album is out,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully I can come out and play some live.
Yeah. Are you
Uh,
working on new music at the moment?
yes, I
Yeah.
am. I am.
Wonderful.
So it's almost done. So
Uh-huh.
maybe end of this year. Let's see.
Oh,
We'll see.
fantastic.
We'll see.
Wonderful. So shall we get another song by you before we leave? Do you have another
Yes.
one for us?
Yeah. Yes, I
And
have.
what is this next
I do.
one?
Uh, I was thinking if I should play a song that I have not recorded yet.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't recorded it because it's not actually it's a cover from a song that I've been playing a lot when I've been out playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Randy Crawford song. I love Randy Crawford.
We do too.
And it's a song that is called "You Might Need Somebody."
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful song. So I've
Mhm.
done a piano version of that song. So I was thinking maybe I could play that for you.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. I'm sure we all love this one.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you. Everybody loved that.
thank you. Thank you.
Will you be releasing that one?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes,
We'll
you
see.
have to.
We'll see.
Yes, you must do. But thank you so much for being a guest at the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
Thank you for
Please let
having me.
everyone know where they can get your music from.
Yeah, you can get it on iTunes, Amazon. You can hear it on Spotify, and you can get it on my website, matthiasrose.com with the 2 T and 2 O, matthiasrose.com.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, you are absolutely amazing. And I do hope you have got new fans as a
Thank you.
result of this today.
Thank you.
And I shall definitely be speaking with you to hopefully get you over to the UK to perform live.
Yes, I would love to.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to play one of your songs by Sueko.
Oh,
And
right.
this is Only You.
Yeah.
But we are going to, after this, we shall be interviewing the great Unam.
Yes.
Yeah, he has just arrived.
Oh, hello, Junam.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, I don't see you.
I'm not sure where he is, but he is here somewhere.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we shall speak real soon.
Bye-bye.
Hey Neil, how you doing? Lorna, looking wonderful.
Little things we take for granted might only be a dream for some.
Hey Natalie.
We reap what others might have planted and know so little where it's from. Living in a world divided, some say we might have it all. And how you live your life is decided by your choices, big or small. It's up to you, it's only you, how you decide to live your life. Oh yes, it's true. It's up to you, it's only you, the choice is yours and no one else. And yes, it's true. Everything that has a beginning must surely also have an end. And in this world that keeps on spinning, we spend our time here to pretend what we have will last forever.
Hey Jack.
Not something that.
Thank you for your kind comment. And Laverne, I do believe something might be wrong with my clapping sound. I do apologize if it sounds a bit rubbish today.
To make a change and break.
It sounds great my end.
It's up to you, it's only you, how you decide to live your life. Oh yes, it's true. It's up to you. Yes.
No, we have no spider this evening. He is otherwise engaged. I'm all on my own today.
To make a change, you only need to understand. To take command. It's up to you, yes, only you. It's up to you, yes, only you.
The choice is yours.
Your life, oh yes, it's true. It's up to you. It's only you.
I guess it works now.
The choice is yours, no one else. And yes, it's true. It's up to you. It's only you. How you decide to live your life, oh yes, it's true. It's up to you.
here he is. We have Unam in the Zoom room. How are you?
I'm great, Melanie. How about you? I'm doing
Oh,
beautiful.
I
How about
am
you?
brilliant. Honestly, I'm just so delighted to be finally meeting you.
I'm here. There you go.
I must say, I was introduced to you by a very, very good friend of mine. His name is Paul Williams and also David Schnashfold. And Paul Williams is a guitarist. And
Oh,
he
okay. All right.
was delighted when you reposted one of his videos on your Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
This was a few years ago. So you
Oh,
probably
okay.
posted a lot since then. But
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
yeah, well, he says to me, Unam has just reposted my video on his page. And
This is real.
I said, who is Unam? But I am so delighted that I know about your music. You are pretty sensational.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you
Thank you.
are. So for those who
Thank you.
don't know about Unam, first of all, where did that name come from?
Ah, very long story. We got time, right?
Uh-huh.
So, all right. So my first name is Emmanuel with two M's, Emmanuel. And uh geez, when was that? 20 something years ago at least. Um basically what I started basically just to make it short. I started as um a studio musician doing session when I was not even 18, because I became pro even before when I was 17 or 18 years old, something like that. And then, one thing lead to another. Then I started to do more like arrangement, programming, producing, blah, blah, blah. And at some point, that's all I was doing in France, just working with, all the big labels like Sony, Universal, Warner. I did a lot of work in UK, by the way, because I was doing like a lot of remixes. But even before that, there was one label I can remember. They wanted to do like put out like a hip hop rapper or whatever from New York, right? But we did everything in France. And back in the day, I don't know if in UK was the same, but in France, if you were like looking at the credits from like something, either R&B, funk, soul, hip hop, whatever, I'm talking like 20, 25 years ago. If you see that anything was done in France or by any French people, even before they listen to it, they will not even buy it. so they said, okay, you need to come up with some names, whatever, because we can't put your real name on the credits. So it was at the time where there was like the Jay-Z, whatever, stuff like that. So basically, I just took all my friends call me Manu, which is short for Emmanuel. So Manu, and I just like put it backwards.
All right.
And then you get UNM, and then just to make it look cool, like more like hip hop ish, I put a dash in between, and you get UNM. That's the way it happens. So, but you know what? I found out later, like way later. I never think about it, but when you say it like when you pronounce it like in French instead of English, it sounds like une âme. Okay, and actually, if you say une âme in French, it means one soul. So
Perfect.
how about fate? But then what happened after was just to finish the story. So I came up with that thing and didn't really like it. Whatever. It was just for a one-time single. It didn't matter, right? And then at some point, I got signed with a funk label in Switzerland.
Mhm.
And who had like all the legends. They had like Bobby Bird, they had the Meters, they had, I can't even remember, like a lot Buddy Miles and stuff like that. And he signed me, and it was around like I was maybe 24 or something like that. Right when Ron Jordan came out with So What and stuff. And same thing, he said, okay, well, we can't use your name. My name is too complicated. And that I totally agree. But then they said, no, Manu, whatever. I was trying to find something. And then He says no, because it was a British guy as well. And he said no, but we don't have that sound, the U sound. We don't have that. It's too complicated, whatever. So he was always calling me UM, and I said no, you should stick with that. So I said okay, I'll stick with that. And for a long time, believe it or not, it took me almost like 15 years to accept their name. I never liked it. But it turned out pretty good for me because it's unique, it's simple, everybody remember it. So like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
good.
It
That's
is
what
a
it is.
unique name.
There you go. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get, and then you get all the wordplay with it. Unanimous, you man, you unique, whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say, I'm cool with that.
The
So
unique you now. I love it.
yeah,
I love that story. Thank you so much for sharing that
yeah, sure, no
with
problem.
us. So you are born in Paris
Absolutely.
and moved to America when?
In 2008.
2008. And did you move for music?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, I had number one here on the Billboard, in
Oh,
the US Billboard. When I did the cover of Street Life, it was played all over the US. It was
uh-huh.
number one. So, started to do some gigs and playing big festival. I'm like, all right, maybe it makes sense just for me to move finally. Because I was going back and forth from Paris to LA, because at some point I was signed with like one of the biggest jazz and smooth jazz management here in LA.
Mhm.
And so I was coming back and forth and recording and doing stuff and mastering and working with other people or whatever. And it's just at some point, I mean, I'm not going to start to explain the whole thing. You probably have a bunch of questions, but basically what it is that it's because at some point I stopped producing and writing for like all the artists, big artists that I was doing in France. Because in France I was specialized doing all like R&B, soul, pop. I was doing super great, and I was doing a lot of remixes as well. Like I said, like for UK, like big names. And I just at some point I just get bored because the music was not very interested, and that's why I started my own by accident, really by chance, my first album. So
Right. So you have worked with some amazing people. And who was the one person that you would say, wow, I cannot believe I worked with that person?
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking like a few seconds. Just I got one name first that come to my mind right away. I just want to make sure it's I'm not forgetting anyone. Well, I would say obviously George Duke. That's for sure.
Yeah, his name comes up a lot
Well,
lately.
yeah, because it's not just about. It is not just about obviously like amazing musician, producer, songwriter, whatever, everything is done. It goes beyond that. That I met a lot of people like that. And I,
Mhm.
I work with a lot like that. It goes beyond that. It's one of the most genuine, sweetest person I ever met.
Oh,
Period. He and his wife, Carl,
uh-huh.
both rest in peace. Um, it is. I mean, I have so much story just about that, but yeah, yeah, definitely George. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can tell you like some of the stories, but keep going. But yeah, I'll say George. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely for
Oh,
sure.
that's beautiful. Because yeah, he came up in my, in many of my interviews. His name will
I'm
pop
not
up.
surprised. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Everybody just adores everything about him. And so I know you are heavily
Hmm.
influenced by George Benson.
Hmm. Yep.
When did that start? Do you remember when you first heard George Benson?
No.
No.
No. Honestly, no. I probably heard like "Give Me the Night," but when it came out, because I was listening to a lot of funk, disco
Mhm.
funk, always did since I was like 11, 12. So probably I heard it there among George Duke and Earth, Wind and Fire and Cool and the Gang and you name it. But um, it just at some point when I really starting going into jazz, um, when I was like 16, because I started very early playing guitar, and I was more into Larry Carlton actually at the beginning.
Mhm.
And I still really love Larry Carlton because he's one of the most melodic jazz guitar player I ever heard. And it's just and his feel and touch, whatever, it's just fabulous. It's just fabulous. And at some point, I was listening more some like fusionish guys because that was the trend. It was like like Mike Stern and John Scofield and whatever, and I was like starting with like jazz fusion, and that was the time where Miles Davis were using those guys, and that was the big thing. And you go see like Miles live, and you get like Mike Stern like start to like put almost like play like a rock guitar player, but playing bebop stuff. It was like what. So basically it was that. But then at some point, it's just that for the kind of music that I really liked, which were more groove and funky, whatever,
Mhm.
it just kind of sounded better. So I just started to more listen to George, but not just George because George. There was this somebody else that a lot of people always to forget to mention, and I advise everybody to go back and listen to him. His name
Mhm.
is Grant Green, and Grant Green. That's where all the funky stuff, all George's inspiration, uh, regarding all his like guitar lines, funky stuff or whatever, it all comes from Grant Green. Just go back and listen to him. I remember one day I was at the I don't know if you guys, yeah, probably UK, like La Fnac, right? Which is
Mhm.
like HMV in UK or yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Right? So I was there and all like small department at the time, they all play like CDs. So it's like, okay, you day have playing some pop, and then you day have play some jazz, and then the day have play some classical. And then at some point I remember one day I was just walking like that, just just whatever. And then I hear something, and I'm like, oh wow, they're playing George. It's something I never heard before. Like sounded like 70s funk, almost like James Brown, but it's like I was pretty sure it was George Lynch.
Mhm.
And then I asked the guy, he said, no, this is Grant Green. I'm like, what? So yeah, we all influenced by someone. So me, I love George Benson. George Benson loves Grant Green. Grant Green loves whatever. Or it's all that's what it is about music. It's like everybody's different and unique. So whatever you're trying to be influenced with, it's still
Mhm.
going to be mixed with who you are. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
have you met George Benson?
Whew, I have a long story. All right, let me remember. Um, okay, first time I met him was in Paris. Uh, we had a friend in common. He's in France. His name is Richard. He's a guitar player as well, but he doesn't really play jazz or whatever. He plays more like gypsy style. But
Mm.
he's a huge fan of George. And then at some point, I don't know, yeah, George. I think George had a show in Paris, and then Richard organized like an after party, but like super private, like just like friends in a place. So it was like only like 20 people, 30 people, not even that.
Uh-huh.
And had some friends that were playing there. It was just a bunch of friends because it was like it was quite a small community as well. And that's all guys that I know played with before, whatever. So yeah, he invited me. I went there, and that's all. And here's the funny story. They had a band playing, right? But we were like, yeah, 20, 30 people, right? And obviously you had like a lot of guitar player that showed up and wanted to play and this and that. And I think I played once. Oh yeah, I played once. And you had a bunch of guitar player. And I think if even Josh's band, the whole band came, like to have a drink or whatever. And at some point, there's always David Garfield, this keyboard player, always up to like go jam. So he went on to jam. And I think Stanley Banks was there. He went up as well to jam or whatever. And I think Richard was like, he was trying to get George to jam, but sometimes George, he's done, He just want to relax after the show. He doesn't want to, especially go show off and do a jam or whatever. So I don't know. Finally, he decided because there was the whole band. I mean, two of them at least, and then he's so we went to a stage, very small stage, right? Not even like a club, almost like a restaurant, right? And then it went to so that was one of my friends. I think it was even one. I think the guitar player that was playing at the last one was one of my friend. I went to a jazz music school like 10 years before, and he gave his guitar to George, right? And George said, uh, "Oh no, what I saw there was one guy. He had like a GB10 before." And I want to play that one, because it's his model, so he's used to it. He doesn't want to play like any kind of guitar. We kind of like that, especially if he sees that there's one quite like him. And that was mine. So my friend asked him, I said, okay, there you go, George. So I did set up for George and started to play my guitar on 3 songs. And I still my guitar that I play many gigs with. So that's how I met George.
Oh,
But then it's a way another story how I met him again here in the US. But
we'll
that's
save that for
I
next
didn't
time,
remember
I
that.
think. Wow,
Yeah,
you have some
okay.
incredible stories. We have a
Okay,
question
so
from your good friend, David Schnashwald. He
oh,
says,
hey Dave.
for what it
Hmm.
is worth, with Ronnie Jordan was absolutely
Uh-huh.
fantastic. Are there any more coming from Cool Guitars?
Which it's it's funny that David's question is about that because my friend, the guy that owns the Cool Guitars and get the concept and the name and whatever, is the one that reintroduced me to George a few years after. But
Right.
in a way different way, because he's one of George's best friends. They used to like be neighbors in New Jersey.
Mm.
But regarding that, we tried. I mean, um, uh, they did release like a first album, like the Cool Guitar Volume One, um, a few years back. Actually, because the guy, his name is Vernon Clark. He's a guitar player as well,
Mhm.
and he wanted me to release the first album on my label on Skytown Records, and to produce it as well. But I don't have I like I said, I don't have the time. And I have the time. I still don't have the time. It's very very complicated for me. So I said, look. So he found another guy that was more like a hip hop producer, whatever. Because I said to my friend, I said, because Vernon is one of my best friends. So I said, look, I can't do it, but I'll play on it, no problem. And that was one of the single, I guess. But he found a guy that was more like a hip hop producer, R&B producer, and we did that. And he had like a few other guys on there. So that was cool. But we always had in the back of our mind to do like a real uh, guitar album. I mean, the summer has been done, but he and I never really liked any of them because either the music wasn't really good
Yeah.
or I don't know, I was not interested or whatever. And I got great ideas about how to do it that make it way different and it's interesting. The problem is that uh, it's a lot. It's a big project the way I sit and vision it, and I don't have the time right now. So honestly, it's hard for me to answer that question, David, because
Oh,
it might happen or it might not happen. Right now, I don't know.
oh. Let's talk about your latest album.
Hmm.
That was released quite recently.
Yep, May 2028, I think.
Yeah. And was
Mhm.
that, did you do that throughout lockdown? Or had you already prepared that and just kind of finalized it in the last few months?
I did a lot of things during the lockdown. I always think like I'm in lockdown anyway because I'm always in the studio recording and producing. So that honestly, to be honest, for me, I know a lot of people, and I heard what you said when I joined and you asked the question to my buddy Matt about the lockdown thing or whatever. And I know for a lot of people, um, if they discover what was it to work at home and this and that and la la la, and to me, it didn't change anything at all. That's what it is. Well, it changed on all, it changed obviously on other things, obviously, but
Yes.
on that, it didn't change anything for me at all. So yes, it was during the lockdown, I guess. Um, I I don't know, because thing is that I always got a ton of songs somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And I record a lot of songs all the time. And then at the end, I'm like, I'm not happy with it, or it doesn't go with the project. I'm very, very, very picky. Like, this is crazy picky.
Mhm.
And at the end, I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I never did put like one song on any of my album that I was not 200% behind or happy or whatever. And I
Yeah.
know that's why like a lot of people likes likes it, or a lot of people tell me what they like is like they ever, and it's not. I mean, it's really positive for me. It's a reward because they can really like get understand how much of heart and soul I put in energy I put behind it, all the songs. But at some point, just like everybody's telling me, oh, everyone's got his favorite tune,
Mhm.
which for me is good. But
Yeah.
sometimes for the radios and stuff like that, it's not the same because they kind of like to be kind of play the one song or the one single or whatever. You can't please everyone all the time. So anyway, I think I had some songs that were, maybe I had a song that I had for like maybe 4 or 5 years.
Mhm.
It didn't fit on any of the tunes, so I just finished it. There's one I remember I wrote because it's my favorite song. It's one of the song I'm the most proud that all the hundreds of songs that I wrote. But that I wrote like almost 2 years ago, something like that.
What's that
But
called?
Love in Motion. Um,
Yeah, I was listening to that
mhm,
today. It's
mhm.
beautiful.
Thank you. And the rest, I think it's new stuff. Yeah, but like I said, I get a bunch of stuff all the time, so I don't really think this way. Actually, I just like I get a project in mind. I want to do it or not.
Hmm.
Uh, at the end of the day, see this one, I didn't put too that many songs because first of all, like many of the songs are like more than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like you get one song, it's like two songs at least with me.
Yeah.
And then so I don't feel like I need to put 10 or more.
Mhm.
And I had way much more. But I'm like, why should I release like songs that I just think are okay when I just want to, everyone when they listen from the beginning to the end, they said, wow. You
Mhm.
like it, you don't like it, but you can say like everything. There's always something going on and whatever. So I'm not gonna put something that I won't feel like I'm not 200% happy with.
Yeah,
So
I hear that. And
mhm.
so we don't have much longer with you. So I just want
Mhm.
you to talk about your label, Skytown. Why did you decide to set that up?
A long time ago. I mean, I was signed with a bunch of labels and stuff, and major ones. But I at some point just wanted when I did my the tribute to George Benson album, uh, I just decided to do it on my own. Uh,
Hmm.
I spent more than 30 years in the music industry and business. I've seen it all. I've been executive producer. I've seen everything from marketing to radio promotion to you name it. That's why at some point, when you ask me about when I moved in the US, thing is that in the story, but my first album came out. It was really something brand new to me. I never really want to be a front and be an artist, whatever. I've always been somebody behind the scene.
Right.
And so at some point, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna do it on my own and see how it works, so I can have more freedom on
Yeah.
what I want to do, and I don't want anybody to tell me what I should do or should play or whatever stuff like that. And
Mm.
and again, but this is my own opinion. It's like it is the way it is. I'm like, I understand. I've been in the business so long that I understand what compromising are, and sometimes okay, you have to play like the game especially when it's radios or whatever stuff like that. But me, at the end of the day, the only people that buy the albums or buy the tickets is the fan. So fans want to hear something, or if they want to see me and listen to my music, they need to. It needs to be me 200%. Otherwise, it's cheating. It's not me. It's somebody else. And I'm somebody that's really whole and have a lot of integrity. So I just like. But you know how they decided me to do that is when I started the tribute to George Benson, because what happened with that is that and not a lot of people knows that, because a lot of people just like sometimes do tribute or whatever, they don't know what to do. Me, the first thing even before I started doing one note, I did call George, because if I didn't have his approval and his blessing, I would never do it. But I called him and I said, George, you know what? I'd like to do like a tribute album, to you. There's nobody else that ever did it. There's still nobody. There's nothing, and I think it should be. It's a shame. I want to do it. Do you have your approval and blessing? He said, oh, yeah, obviously, man, you have my blessing, but then I know it's going to sound fantastic. And then there's a bunch of other stories. But then I asked him another question once related to that too, because that's at the same period. Ask him the question. I said, George, because he did everything from like very like straight ahead jazz and bebop to like super commercial pop stuff, like ballad stuff, like so it was the perfect one to ask that question. I said, George, did everyone ever in a record label or else told you what to play on your record, like playing or singing? Playing? And he said no. I said, okay, so you telling me that nobody ever told you? We should understand. It's like, why it's like, so you saying that, so I'm taking the right decision there, right? See, if I don't agree, I want to play the way I'm playing. If somebody doesn't like it, that's fine, it's okay with me. But that's me. That's it. And I just want to be me. So once, when you get George Benson telling you that, then I was like, oh, I was super confident that that's how I started Sky Time Records. Like, just doing what I want.
Well, good for you. Honestly, I think it's just a great thing. A lot of artists are doing that, setting up their own labels. But you actually are having other people on your label, like Matthias Roos, for example. And you have a lot of great artists, on your label. And I noticed that. And we got to finish soon because my next guest has arrived. But I have noticed that, the artists that you have on your label, none of them are originally from the States.
No.
So you have.
That's true.
Is that for a reason? No, that just happened coincidentally.
No, I get submission all the time and stuff like that. Whatever. I think the problem with some people here thinks now they're kind of changing. They have like a really bad there's a really bad reputation with record labels and stuff like that in general, but especially in the US. So I think some people like him with like some prejudice in mind or whatever. I don't know what to expect. So it's more complicated to work with them. But no, I get submission from all the stuff, and some of the stuff that I received, I didn't like it, or it was not what we're looking for, or whatever, or I don't know. It's just or some stuff were really good, but it didn't fit, and then it turns out that I found like there's a lot of great talents in Europe and else, and which I already knew because I'm coming from Europe. And it turns out that way. It was not on purpose, but then I'm pretty happy it is too.
Yeah.
So,
now you have some great artists on your label. But I am going to play Love in Motion next. But before I do so, I want to say a big thank you for taking the time out and being here at the Smooth Jazz Lounge. I do appreciate you. I love your energy and I adore your accent. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. So I still get one. That's good.
And we have to keep in contact because I'm really excited to know what's going to be going on in your future. But I'm sorry to have to cut this short because I can see you could talk forever. I would love to
Oh
talk
yeah,
to you
okay.
for a lot longer.
Sure.
We may have
Anytime.
to do a part 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anytime. You're very
wonderful.
welcome.
Thank you
Sure.
so much. You can,
You're very
tell
welcome.
everybody where they can get your music and how they can get in contact with you and know where you're going to be performing next.
Well, you can go on my website. It's u-nam.com or sky10records.com. Otherwise, just go on Amazon, iTunes, anywhere. I'll just tap u-nam, and here we go. I'm there. Um, and no, next time, that's the one thing about the lockdown and whatever. I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna start to do some shows, and I can't wait because it's one of my favorite place in the US, especially for music, because very if I love music over there, especially R&B and funk and jazz, which is all what I like. It's gonna be in July 29th in Atlanta at the Sweet Jazz Series. Yeah, I can't wait for this one. I'm gonna start to post about that one very soon.
Oh, fantastic. Well,
Mhm.
thank you so much again.
Thank
You
you,
have
Melanie.
been absolutely amazing. And I want to give
Thank
you
you.
clapping
Oh,
there
thank
for
you.
you.
That's so sweet. Thank you very much.
And this is Love in Motion by UNAM. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too, Melanie. Bye.
Alvin Garrett's in the house. How you doing? Or wasn't UNAM great? have a warm welcome to Alvin Garrett. Woo!
How are you?
Oh, very well. Thank you so much. I
Thanks
just
for
had
having me.
I had a private message from Dondi. She says to me, "You look so happy." And I'm looking so happy because it has taken us so long to get connected, hasn't it?
Oh, I know, but I just knew it would work.
I knew it would too. I knew it would as well. I'm so blessed that you are here at the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
Well, you had me grooving over here. I was feeling my groove. I was like, "Ugh." Like that's how you bring them in right there.
That was such a great track. And actually reminds me of another track by Quincy Jones.
Hmm.
The one with all those artists in it.
Oh, you're not talking about Secret Garden, are
Yeah, the juke joint.
you? Ooh.
Yeah, it's got that kind of feel to it. But
Yeah.
you are the man of soul.
Ooh.
You really are. And I was first introduced to your music only this year because I
Mm.
was sent your music by smoothjazz.com.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this voice is incredible.
Thank you.
But tell us, when did you discover you had this wonderful voice?
You know, it's very interesting. I didn't start embracing my voice until about maybe 10 years ago. So, yeah, about 10 years ago, my roots go back to bass guitar. So, I'm actually sort of a bass guitarist turned vocalist. So, grew up in church here in Alabama. Playing the bass, so of course I'm a jazz guy, play funk, R&B, gospel. And, as I got older, just started writing songs and just sort of honestly slipped into singing. You're doing a bunch of demos, sending them to labels, and they start asking, who's the guy on the demos?
Hey.
Yeah, who's the guy singing the demos? And I'm like, well, that's me. So I mean, I wasn't even trying, honestly. And my father, who's also my pastor, he said, you should stop giving all your songs away and consider singing them yourself. And I was like, let me give it a shot. And so here I am about 10 years later, a lot of vocal lessons.
Vocal lessons.
Yeah, little vocal lessons, trying to tune my new instrument, So yeah, it's been an interesting journey. A lot of people say, wow, you've only been taking it seriously about 10 years.
Yeah.
But that's the truth. Yeah.
That's just amazing.
Uh-huh.
So do you miss playing the bass or you still play the bass?
It took me a minute. I had some withdrawal symptoms for a while. It's something, when I put a bass in my hand, it's just something native about it. You know what I mean? And so I finally have gotten to that place where I feel as good performing as I do with the bass in my hand. And this is something new, to be honest with you, because bass was just something that was always so natural to me.
Yeah.
And as I was learning and finding myself as an artist, I would almost kind of sing and run back to the bass to find that safety, that comfort blanket, so to speak.
Yeah.
But now I've sort of found my groove as a performer to where it feels exactly the same. And so I don't miss it as much as I used to because I don't use it to cover, not insecurities, but sort of a learning curve as a performer. That was sort of what I hid behind a little bit.
Right. So you're also a songwriter.
Yes.
And you
yes.
write for other people. And is that since you've been singing yourself or was that before?
It was actually before. So I started sort of as I was playing bass and, playing with my bands, started delving into production and songwriting. And so, of course, my goal was always to write a hit song for other artists, and you're looking at all the artists you want to write for.
Yeah.
So never in a million years did I think, okay, it's going to be me singing my own songs. It was like, write them, see if somebody will perform them. And so around 2010, I started getting some placements in an artist named Noel Gourdine that has done pretty well in the UK. Joe,
Yeah.
another U.S. artist that's done pretty well in that area, and some gospel artists started, picking up my music. Got a Grammy nomination in 2012. And that was around the time that I started sort of exploring my own voice and writing for myself and releasing my own music.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And you have been compared to some great artists.
Like who?
Who was it? Sam Cooke,
Oh.
Al
Okay.
Green. And
Okay.
because you're quite young, but you do have a very mature voice when you sing.
So I do look young.
You are young, darling.
Okay. Bring it on. Bring it. All right. Listen. I smile for flattery. You can never flatter me too much.
You do have a beautiful smile, I have to say.
Thank you so much. But I started hearing that as I started growing. And around 2015, I released a song called "By Myself," and everybody said, "Man, you remind me of Al Green and Sam Cooke." And I think it was because of my tone. It's sort of the tone, but also the messaging. They say, you remind me of, that particular song took a lot of people back to what they felt when you listen to "A Change Is Gonna Come" and songs like that. So I think it's the embodiment of the spirit of those soul and R&B singers. Even if it's not just you sound like them, it's you make me feel like them. You know what I mean? Which I embrace more so than trying to emulate them in my tone. I want people to feel, because that's an honor to say you remind me of those great guys. So yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Your voice is just amazing. So the first song that I heard of yours was "My Gift to You."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when I
it
heard
make you
that,
feel like that? Well, listen. If it made you feel like that, maybe I should sing it and see if I can make all your.
oh my gosh, are you
Is
going
that?
to do that? Could you do
Oh,
that?
I absolutely will. If you ask, did you?
Oh, could you please play that for us? It'll be your gift to me.
Most certainly. I will do that. And this is my gift to you and everyone that's listening today. Let's do it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whatever you want, just make a list. I'll be your deliverer. Wrap it in a kiss. Whatever you need, just write it down. I'll make you happier than a kid on December 25th. You and me will like a holiday every day. You for me, you've been my everything. So this is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Love and you. This is my gift to you. This is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Oh, my gift is love and you. Open me up. Take a look inside. I'll be your adventure girl. Pick and choose your surprise. Hold on to the packaging, if only for your eyes. There's no need for rationing, cause you got me for life. Yeah. Oh, you and me, we're like a holiday every day. You for me, you've been my everything. So this is my gift to you. My gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Love and you. This is my gift to you. This is my gift to you. Whatever you need. have it in me. My gift is loving you. Listen. Take me, here I am. Take me in your hands. Take me, every part. Take me, here's my heart. Hey. Take me, oh, here I am. Take me in your hands. Oh, take me, every part. Why don't you? Take me, here's my heart. This is my gift to you. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, it's my gift to you. Whoa, this is my gift to you, girl. You can have it and me. My gift is loving you. This is my gift. Listen here now. Whatever you want, whatever you need is in me, girl. Oh, whatever love than you.
Oh my gosh. Love, love, love that. That was just truly so special.
Oh, we got some hands raised. I
Oh
see it.
yeah,
Hands raised.
Kindria Edwards. She was truly enjoying that. Ava says chocolate.
All right,
Yeah.
chocolatey
His
smooth.
voice just melts, doesn't it? It really does.
Yes.
I have to, what Kindria says, oh my, he's amazing. I hear some John Legend in his tone also. And I totally agree with you, Kindria. When I play your music on my radio shows, I was like, yeah, you sound like so many people. But John Legend is one of them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I love, sort of embracing the lower register of my voice with this latest project. It's just a warm, sort of cuddling type of tone. You know what I mean? And you hear in a lot of R&B music, singing in the higher register, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start thinking about the Barry Whites and the Teddy Pendergrasses and those soul singers that kind of make you feel like, ooh, I want to do something.
Yeah.
It's a strong sound.
Yeah,
so
they
I've
can
really
get
been
you in
embracing.
trouble.
Yeah, that get you in trouble kind of sound, So I've really been enjoying with this latest project, sort of singing in
Yeah.
that lower, warmer tone.
And that is The Lightness of Love.
Yes, the
That
lightness
album
of
is
love.
beautiful. And that came out in February.
Yes.
Was you working on that throughout the pandemic, or was that something you've been working on before all that happened?
Actually, it's the second album or second EP that I released during the pandemic.
Really?
Yes. I released a project called The Awakening last July. And this was a project that is not quite as light as The Lightness of Love, because it was inspired by, of course, the feelings of the pandemic, but also social injustice that was going on here in America. George Floyd had just been murdered. And so I put that project out, sort of capturing what I was feeling and those emotions that not only touched me, but touched people all over the planet. So The Awakening is a bit of a heavier project, but in my quest to sort of have that burden lifted from my own life, I found the lightness of love, and so the lightness of love is my response to the awakening. Like, what can we do for all these heavy things going on in our world? Well, we can spread love, and love lifts us. Love should give us a lightness. And so when you hear both these projects, if you listen to them, you'll hear the heaviness. And there's beauty in acknowledging the heaviness of the world we live in, but there's beauty in embracing the lightness of the love that we can embrace to lift that heaviness. So that's sort of my pandemic music journey.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Because releasing 2 albums within a year. Not many people usually do that.
Yeah.
And they both have meaning and positive.
Interesting enough, for those that appreciate the recording process, 4 of the 7 songs on The Lightness of Love, I wrote and recorded in 1 week. the week after Christmas before New Year's Eve. And so that's pretty amazing in terms of really writing, recording, executing, mixing. So that happened. And for me, I was shocked. I was like, wow, which said that the music was there. The songs were in me. And so I was just sort of able to let those songs come out and be captured on this project. And I'm really very proud of it.
But you're clearly a brilliant songwriter, so it comes easy to you.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, I think what I've also learned to do is just add melody to what I want to say, you know, and just really the communication of music and the songs that I write. I think about what do I want you and the person that's listening to me, what message do I want them to capture, what feeling, and just find the right melody to capture that message. And so that's sort of a thought process that I try to encourage other writers to embrace and say, you know, don't just think about how you feel. Think about the person listening to you. What do you want them to feel? You know, what experience do you want them to have, and sort of craft your lyrics and your melody to reach that goal.
So when you do write for other people, do you actually think about that person? Say for Joe, for example, you're like, I'm going to write a song for Joe. Do you think about what would Joe like? Or would you just do a song that you think, I know Joe's going to like this?
Well, actually, it's the same process. I thought about, what does Joe's fans, what do they want to hear?
Okay.
You know, and to be honest, true story, you know, I sort of heard some of the music that he was writing when I had an opportunity to write for him back around 2012. And a lot of it sounded like it was addressing the younger Joe audience, right? And I'm thinking, man, you've been at this 20, 25 years. I think your core audience has grown up a little bit. I don't want you to take me from my man. You know, I want you to, you know, those females like, I worked hard to get this man. Don't you take him from me. No, don't. don't break up my happy home. You see, so I started writing songs that I believed his audience wanted to hear him with messages they wanted to hear a grown man say. So when I wrote, I'd rather have a love than have a life alone, it resonated with the more mature female audience. And so that was how they embraced my writing, because I wasn't so much thinking, what does Joe want to hear? I was thinking, what does this grown female want to hear? What kind of message I sang? I want to love my own too, right? And it resonated because that's just how I think. So when I talk to artists, and in that case, I didn't have the luxury of asking. I just sort of put myself in his shoes. Right. And so that's just a part of my imagination that I use when I'm writing for other artists, or I just have a conversation. Let's talk. Yeah. Let's just simply talk, and I will listen and take from that person's words and experiences and write from there, you know?
And writing for gospel artists like Trinity and Dietrich Haddon, how easy is that?
It's the same. To me, it's the same process. You know, you pay attention to the artist and you look at their audience, and you find a message that you believe will resonate with them.
Wouldn't they be similar anyway?
Right. It's just empathy. I like to call it empathy. You know, it's just putting yourself in another person's shoes and making that connection just based on observation and paying attention to people. And so every audience has those, what I call triggers. You know, a smooth jazz listener has a trigger. You know what I mean? And you know that as a DJ, you know those songs that at certain times of day are going to trigger people to want to listen more. So if you listen and pay attention to your audience and you care about them, then you have a better opportunity to connect. And I think in the artist and songwriter world, they more so say, look at me, listen to what I have to say, more so than let me tailor my message to what you want to hear right now.
Yeah. And so, as you mentioned, smooth jazz, why is it you appeal to the smooth jazz world?
Well, it's the same audience. You know, people that love smooth jazz love smooth R&B. You know, most listeners don't exist in a box anymore, you know, because they get to choose what they listen to. So I focused and I put some resources behind making sure that my music was heard on Smooth Jazz this time, because I'm like, these are the same people that love
Yeah.
smooth R&B. They're going to the same festivals, and it's like, hey, can you sing to me a little bit after y'all finish playing? And so I said, maybe one day, I can pick up my bass and play a little groove, but put it down and still sing to you, and so it's the same audience, they have the same habits, same, and not everybody's alike, but similar demographics in terms of taste.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're so right. You're spot on there. And so Kindred says as well, yeah, so right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Such profound statement, says Sanu. Love smooth jazz, love smooth R&B.
Yes.
So on your latest album, you have a collaboration with Kim Scott.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, actually, she is my geographic neighbor, right? She lives here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh.
We're in the same music community. And of course, we're so proud of the success she's achieved in her career. And so when I wrote this song, The Lightness of Love, I said, man, it's great, but it's missing that lightness, So I called her up, I sent her the song, and she loved it, and she came through and recorded it at my studio, and the rest is sort of history. And I presume that's you asking me to sing that one too, right?
Oh, yes. I love you. You're brilliant.
I was like, I bet you she's going to ask me to sing that one.
It is a great track. I do play that regularly on my shows as well.
Do you? Okay, well, that means maybe, just maybe, I can pull it off and see if I can make y'all groove. Can I make y'all groove?
Oh, yes, please.
All right. I'm going to see. Okay, I got Kendra and Lorna, Patricia. Come on now. Yeah. Everybody all over the world, I just want you to dance and say la 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 la. Say it's love. Listen, every time I see your face, there's something about you takes me away. Oh, your glow, your shine, your everyday vibe, relaxing like within an oasis. Ooh,
there's no fuss and no fight. There's no wrong, it's alright with you.
See, when I'm with you, girl,
it feels like paradise. It's that look in your eyes lets me know.
See, girl, I know that it's love.
It's the light of love.
Yeah,
so
I see y'all jamming. Woo!
Take a flight of love.
It takes me away. It's the light.
So delightful love. It's the lightness of love.
Oh, some call it cloud nine, but I prefer to call it your presence. Oh, some say they falling in, but there's no tripping when you're in heaven. Oh, yeah. No fight. When I'm with you, girl, oh, it's that look. Listen here. Say, girl, I know that it's love. I see y'all now. It takes me away. It's so delightful love.
It's the lightness
of love. Said I see the light.
So delightful
Ooh, it takes me away. Yeah. So delightful. It's the lightness of love. Oh, la la la, la la la. It's love. Can y'all sing it for me? I know you're muted, but I want to hear you say it. Say la la la. Say la la la. Say it's love. All right, I'm gonna let my girl Kim Scott have it. Come on. Woo! Oh, it's the light. So delightful. Oh, love takes me away. Oh, ooh, Lord. No fussing, no fight. No wrong, it's alright. Yeah. Ooh, it takes me away. Oh, it's the lightness of love. Oh, la la la. Say la la la. Say it's love. Can y'all sing that with me now? Come on now. Ooh, la la la. Say la la la. Say it's love. All over the world, let me hear you say la 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 la. Woo! It's so delightful, y'all. We coming out of this pandemic and we floating on the clouds of love. Ain't that right, y'all? Woo! So delightful love. It's the lightness of love. It's the lightness of love.
Woo! Love that. I do love your energy.
Yes,
Absolutely
yes.
incredible. Thank you to my dancers as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you, listen. That was fun. That was fun. I saw everybody grooving with me. I love it. I love it.
It was. Oh, there's so much wonderful comments. And Senu's like, gosh, he said, you're a cross between Luther, Will Downing, John Legend, and Jeffrey Osborne. Just magic.
Wow. Thank you. And I see John said this is the best I felt in a long time. Now that is amazing. Thank you, John. Thank you, John.
That is Marianne. She hasn't changed the name on her Zoom.
Okay, Marianne.
No, John is the name of her late husband.
Oh.
So she's been coming to the Smooth Jazz Lounge for a few months now, and she's just always uplifted. So it's great that she's
that means even more to hear her say that you know that my singing made her feel that way. Thank you so much for sharing that.
She's just absolutely wonderful. My gosh, we are almost running out of time, but God, you are incredible. What's next for you? What's your next project? When's that going to start?
Well, actually, I am giving you this hot off the press. I am working on the Lightness of Love Deluxe. Ooh. So I'm going to add 4 new songs to the album and re-release it towards the end of the summer as I prepare for my tour, the Light and Love Tour. Hopefully, we'll be coming across the pond.
You going to come to the UK?
I would love to. Absolutely.
You have to.
Absolutely. Yes. So I'm working on that now. Of course, as things are opening up and opportunities to perform live are happening. So I'm, of course, doing that. But my goal is to be on tour in the fall and continue to promote this wonderful music. Have a new video out on the song so everybody can go to YouTube and check out the new video for the Lightness of Love that I just released. It's a very beautiful video, so check it out.
When did you release that?
That was actually on the 23rd of May. 23rd of May, or actually on people.com. It was an exclusive premiere on people.com with an article. So you can check that out. It's a very, very nice project, nice video.
I shall look forward to seeing that because that's the way forward.
Can I sing a snippet of any of the new songs? Listen. Yeah, that looks like somebody said, can you sing a snippet of any of the new songs? Listen, let me tell you.
Daddy says, please.
I am never afraid of a challenge. I don't know why y'all trying to challenge me today. Why? Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Let me see.
Ashley.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a little taste of this one. Let me make sure. Let me see if this is the right. That's not the one. Let me see. Okay, now listen. I've not even recorded this. I've just written it. All right.
Exclusive.
Exclusive. I'm not gonna do it all. Just a little bit of it to see what you guys think, because I really, really trust your ear and your listeners' ear.
Okay.
And this song is called Feels So Good. Now, we're coming out of this pandemic and we are ready to party.
Oh, yeah.
And this is that song that I believe we're going to be dancing to when the lightness of love goes off. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll just give you a little piece of it. Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all the first ones in the world hearing this other than my production partner. Okay. All right. Check it out. We're getting out tonight. Yeah. We've been waiting so long. Yeah. See all the DJs playing. They playing our favorite song. Woo. See everybody's dressed up and they're wearing a smile. Yeah. We made it through this test. Yeah. So let's have a party tonight. Oh, go ahead and meet me on the dance floor. It feels so good to me. Listen, we're blessed to be here, so let go. It feels so good to me. I feel so alive. It's a beautiful night, and it feels so good, so good, so good to me. Go ahead and meet me on the dance floor. It feels so good to me. Woo! Come on now. Do I have a hit, y'all?
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
You like that right there?
Yeah. Feels good.
It feels so good. What do we think? Did we get some snaps and some claps?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
you got a hit right there. And I can hear that in the clubs over here for sure.
Yeah. I'm telling you, so I mean, I've written that song. Gonna be recording it soon. So that's gonna be one of the ones that I add to the new project. So you know.
I'm looking forward to that. So have you performed in the UK?
I have not. It's actually been a big dream of mine. So actually talking with you, just everything that's been happening with this latest project has been something on my sort of bucket list as a writer and an artist. And for many years, I tried to break my music in the UK and it just didn't happen. So just to see how you all are responding to this latest project, it really, to me, is a dream come true. So thank you so much.
I mean, you know, music like yours is bigger out here than smooth jazz. Yeah. So I know the audience over here will love you. So we'll definitely keep in contact. Because I'm going to try and find some contact details for you.
Absolutely.
Who to contact to get you over here.
Yeah.
When are you next performing in your hometown?
Actually, June 25th is my next scheduled performance at a college here called Talladega College. It's a historically Black college, and they are doing a vaccination concert where everyone that's been vaccinated will be allowed in, and those who have not been vaccinated, they will encourage them to do so and have vaccinations on site. So I'll be a part of that lineup for that, you know. So I think that's pretty cool, making sure that the community where that college is located is moving forward and taking care of each other. So it's cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, that is amazing. So we only have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Do you want to sing another song? Or do I play one of your songs?
Well, let's try this, because I love to hear and talk to all of your supporters. So is there any questions that everyone watching may have that they want to put in the comments? I would love to answer any questions and then maybe close out with the song. How does that?
That sounds brilliant. Kindred, do you have a question?
Oh, look at Ashley saying, please.
Can I unmute you? Yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Hi, how are you?
I love you. It's my first time hearing you. So what a pleasure
Oh, awesome.
Okay, my
Awesome.
question is nothing
Okay.
like that. I will be in Birmingham, Alabama, the weekend of August 7th. Are you performing anywhere during that
Wait a minute. Okay, August 7th. Hold up. Let me look.
time? I want to come see you live. I just see you electric on that stage. I'm sure
Come
you.
on. Let's see. Nothing yet. Now, I will say most of the shows that I promote myself and that I produce, I always live stream my own shows. So
Okay.
not every performance that I have now will be live streamed, but during my tour that I'm putting together, I plan to live stream all my shows because a lot of people everywhere want to tune in, and so we've found that model to work during this pandemic, and I want to hold on to it, and not just
Yeah.
the people in the room, but keep
Yeah.
that out there for you all who maybe can't catch me, when you're in Birmingham, but maybe can still tune in, stay in touch.
Yeah. I'll definitely do that. I'll be at the JCC.
Oh, will you?
Yes.
Okay,
Big
okay.
show going on. Peebo Bryson, Najee, and some other people are. So
So do you live in the States?
I live in the States. Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. But I'll check you out. Thank you so
All
much.
right, well, we'll just follow, if you connect with me on social media and go to my website, we'll definitely post when we'll be
I
performing.
definitely will
Thank
right now.
Kindred.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But what Kindred did forgot to mention is that she actually puts on events as well.
Oh,
Yes.
well, we need to connect.
Yes,
Okay.
you must do for sure.
Yes, maybe we can bring the show to your town. That's what we need to do.
Yeah. And I do believe you're close to Chicago.
Listen, I'm close to anywhere.
Not
I'm
the
global, baby.
UK.
I'm close to anywhere.
Yeah, I would love to see that performance. I'm going to have to come out to the States if we can't get you over to here in the UK anytime soon. So I have to see your live performance.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have been absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Linda?
actually, Linda did ask, is there an artist that you would like to collaborate with?
In all honesty, I have taken a hiatus from that desire, shall I say. I spent a very large part of my career chasing other artists, wanting to write for other artists. And I'm just at a point right now, and I know it's just a phase where I simply just want to write for myself. I'm open to collaborations, but there's no one that I'm like, oh, I want to work for this person, work with that person. Now, I still write and collaborate with other artists, but right now I'm just focusing on my own brand, building my own connection with people that want to hear me sing. And so it takes a lot of work as an independent artist, as an independent label, to build a brand where people say, like Kendra, I want to see you. Mm-hmm. So I'm honored that you want to see me. And so I've been focusing on that, and that really means a lot to me.
You're great. You really are. Even Senu says, gotta love this man. Amazing personality. And I totally agree.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much.
Absolutely incredible. So we have 5 minutes left.
Okay, so the people not gonna let me get out of here without another song. All right, so I want to sing this song. We got 5 minutes. This song is the song that totally, I'll say, broke me and freed me. This song is called By Myself, and I want to sing a bit of it, and hopefully it inspire you and everyone out there to believe in the power of self. Everything that you will ever need is already in you. And this is the song. Well. I've been rejected way too many times in my life. I won't take no for an answer anymore. Seems all these walls been erected to stop my dreams. I won't let that be a factor anymore. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go all by myself. If you won't fight with me, if you won't believe with me, gonna walk on by myself. I've got this burning fire deep in my soul. I can't escape this lonely, lonely flame. My journey may go down an old rugged road, but I keep on pressing, 'cause I'm not afraid anymore. So if you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go on by myself. If you won't fight with me, if you won't believe in me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. Listen, 'cause I can see clearly now. Yeah, my future's my responsibility. I realize that if nobody helps carry my cross, I still gotta go on. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'm gonna go on by myself. If you don't believe in me, I'm gonna walk on. I'll walk by myself. If you won't stand with me, if you won't go with me, I'll go. I'll go by myself. And if you won't believe with me, I'm gonna walk on by myself. Sometimes I gotta walk on by myself.
I could clearly hear that song. Hello.
Right on cue.
I could clearly hear that song in a movie.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's made for a movie. It really is.
Well, I'll say it's my movie. It's been my life. So I'm just honored to see, when people celebrate me and what I do. I remember being invisible. I remember being told no. I remember my dreams being pushed aside. And I wrote that song to say, I'm still going to do it, even if I have to go on by myself. So I'm not by myself anymore. I have people who love what I'm doing, who love my music, and I'm honored to be here. And I thank you for having me today, DJ Sapphire.
Thank you, Alvin Garrett. Please, everybody, support this guy. Buy his music, download it, check out his website, check out his YouTube channel. We've got to support these independent artists. He is fabulous. Sheila Singleton, she says, yes, we love you.
Thank you.
And I also want you please thank Tanji for her help in making this happen today. She's been very, very patient with me.
Yes, but we believed it was going to go well. So thank you so much for
it has been. It went extremely well. I'm so happy. So yes, please, everybody. Patricia, she's running to iTunes to download it.
Yeah, and AlvinGarrett.com. And make sure you can see my name and make sure you spell it right. .com.
Yeah, check out the videos on YouTube.
Yes.
Let's support Alvin Garrett. And again, thank you so much. I'm going to play a couple more tunes.
Okay.
And this next one I'm going to play is one of my favorites. But Alvin, thank you. You have been incredible. And we have to speak again real soon, okay?
Yes, let's do it.
Yes, we shall do. Thank you. So this is my favorite.
Hey! Won't you help me say, yeah. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not
brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful.
Thank you all so much. You may recognize his voice. Yes, this is Alvin Garrett.
Can I say it?
He's so wonderful.
Be thankful for what you got. Yeah. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof, digging the scene with the gangster lean, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back. That's that old school right there. Listen, you may not have a car at all. You may not have a car at all. But just remember, my brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful. Just be thankful. Just be thankful, yeah, for what you got. You just can't count what ain't in your pocket. So just be thankful for what you got. Oh. Let's see.
Hey Tangi, I did not know you was there.
Something.
Thank you so much for your help making this happen.
Got the diamonds in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Woo, 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 woo. Can y'all help me say sunroof digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh, just
Oh yes, you will be back, Alvin.
sunroof top, digging the scene with the
This definitely needs a part 2. Thank you everybody who attended. Thank you to Matthias Roos and Unam,
wishing you had more than you got.
and to you guys too.
Yes, you do. Diamond in the back, sunroof top.
I shall be back in 2 weeks. I never remember who I've got coming up next.
Let it ride, let it ride.
All will be revealed. Thank you all so much, and good night, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Been amazing.